Hiya, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Rosie Henshaw. If you're new here, then welcome. It's lovely to meet you. And if you're already existing, guys, then thank you so much for coming back. Grab yourselves a nice hot drink and some snacks. I've got a nice cold drink because it's really warm outside in my little Cav Kitson happy mug. It's freezing cold, which I love because it's cooling me down. And we're going to get into this video. So today's video is a Poundland hacks for the home video. So I very often go into the pound shop and find some really beautiful things or things that are really beautiful shapes, and I think, do you know what, I don't like that colour, or I wouldn't use it for that. So I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do with these pieces. I ended up spending £9.50 in the pound shop, reason being is two of the items were 75p, so therefore £1.50 instead of £2. And I would be quite confident in saying that most of these pieces would sell for £10 upwards, and a couple of the other pieces at least £6–7. So we're definitely adding a little bit of like luxury to our products. A lot more, they'd be worth a lot more if you bought them in the shops. So the first one is a really simple hack, which I think you will all love. So this candlestick is from the pound shop. Now this is really beautiful as is, like they are really beautiful. Little Mercury candle holders. Really lovely, something you wouldn't expect to only pay £1 for, and they're really nice. I've got a little candle in the background, I'll put it on. They're just really pretty to have around the home. I do have a few like this, and if you do watch my videos, you will see that I did turn one of these into a cake stand. So I got a little Poundland plate, put it on top, glued it on top securely, and then I put some bubbles on it to make it look like a bubble platter plate. It looked really lovely. We spray painted it white and it looked really nice. But I keep having my eye on these really beautiful hurricane candle holders. I keep seeing them on places like the White Company, Cox & Cox, the really expensive luxury brand places. And I just thought, do you know what, we probably could make one of those really cheap, and we have. So all you're going to need is that candlestick and also one of the pound shop gin glasses. Now the reason I'm holding it like this is because I've already broke mine off, taken that in two. What I did is obviously wear some protective eyewear, some glasses so that you don't get it in your eyes. I literally covered this with a tea towel, held it at arm's length, and with a hammer just hit gently on the end, and it should break off quite cleanly. But obviously do this in an area where you can clean up afterwards, not around small children or pets. And yeah, so it's broken off. Now, this was only £1 for the pound shop, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of glue into my candlestick. So I've got my hot glue gun at the ready. So I'm just going to be putting some glue around the top rim here, just to make sure that this glass will stick inside. Doesn't really matter what that looks like because you're not actually going to see that. And then it is a case of, there's a little hole in there. You're going to pop your gin glass inside, press it into the glass, and you've made a really beautiful hurricane glass candle holder. Now I'm not sure if it will hold this large glass, this large candle. Oh yes, it does. And it just looks absolutely stunning. Now you would never think I paid £2 for that or used it, a repurposed gin glass into something like this. You could even add little bits at Christmas time for a Christmas table. But that is gonna go in my living room, and I think that looks really stunning, and that's cost £2 to make. So that's the first hack. The second hack was something really simple as well. So at the moment, they've currently got a lot of these sort of patterned glass jars in there. This one does come with a lid. So this one is in the pink colour, and it's quite clear. You can use these for Q-tips and stuff, or like cotton buds that you want to put in. Lovely, nice lid, but it is a little bit sickly pink. It is a little bit of a sickly pink. It's a little bit sickly. So what I thought is I was going to spray this and bring it into more of my colour scheme. I thought for my bedroom I could have this. And we're just going to jazz this up a little bit. So even though it's really lovely as is, so I was going to do mine in white, but I run out of white spray paint. So I'm just using what I have. So I have got that one, which I will spray white when I'm back out getting some spray paint. But I just use the Wilco metallic spray paint, and this is in the champagne colour that they do it in. And I've sprayed this in a well-ventilated area. So I'm like Blue Peter now, look. Here's my one after. So I've spray painted this one, and it looks really lovely in the silvery kind of champagne colour, which will just look really nice. You can still really see it's a bit pink inside, but I'm not going to bother to spray that because it's on the inside. And then I've got a little box here that I'm going to stand this on so you can see what I'm doing as I do it. But what I thought is I've got a little bag of doorknobs, so little handles. So I collect these because if I see someone's really nice ones that I like, and I'll put them in there. I've got little porcelain ones. little crystal one might look quite nice on there. You could even use like a nice button or a bead or something to put on here. I think I'm going to use one of these Mercury ones because I think that would probably look the nicest one on there. So I think I'm going to use one of them. Yeah. So you could use that, but I'm not really going for a glitzy look. I'm going for more of like a metallic sort of like champagne glassy sort of look. And so I'm just going to pop a tiny bit of glue on the top. If you get a little bit, don't worry, because you can always peel that off afterwards. And I'm just going to stick that down onto the top. And once that's dry, we've just got a really beautiful little jar with a lovely little lid. And how lovely and pretty does that look? And I mean, don't get me wrong, that is very glitzy and that will look lovely in my bedroom. If you are going for more of a country look, if this is in white with a bubbly look, you could even put like a really beautiful fancy white porcelain knob on the top. It would look really beautiful. Something you'd pay quite a bit of money for online in them lovely Maison shops. So I've got that one. So another hack is really, really simple. I got these. Now these are the little chalkboard place names out of the wedding section. Now a lot of the stuff in the wedding section have actually gone down to 75p. So the next hack I do, you will see. So when I open these, they're basically, you get 4 place name settings. So they come with a little disc with a hole in it, and these, you stand them up, and with the chalk you can have place name settings. Now these are perfect even if you're having a dinner party, you can use these instead, or you know, the wedding names if you want to save them. It's really good for 75p. I'm going to keep the little discs, put them to the side, because when I do a hack in a minute, we're going to need these. It saves us buying little bits of wood, so we'll need these. But what I'm going to do with these, I'm going to start to rip off the sticks. They're really easy to rip off. You can keep these if you want for another craft. I'm just going to pop them off the back. And what I'm going to do with these is I've bought another one. I had one of these at autumn time and decoupaged it up and it looked really lovely with pumpkins and stuff for the kitchen. And so they do these in the pound shop in the kitchen section. So this is a little wooden chopping board or serving board. It's a little bit of a naff coloured wood. So I've painted it in like a pink, like a really, really off-white pinky baby pink colour. And what I thought this could be is if you are having a girls' night or you're having a bit of a party and you're making cocktails, you can write down the cocktails that you're doing for the evening. You can have this on a bar cart or in the kitchen. I mean, it's quite small. If you had a larger one of these, you could use 2. You could maybe make a meal plan. So what I'm going to do is lay that flat, and I'm just going to be putting a little bit of hot glue. You can use any glue for this, or double-sided tape if you'd rather. But yet again, we're using these, so we're only using half the pack because we're going to be using the wooden bits for another hack. So £1.75 is quite a groovy little idea. And we're going to stick them down. And I'm going to stick another one down. I think you'll manage to get about 3 on here. But another little idea for these is you could even use these and stick these onto baskets and then write what you've got in your labels in your kitchen, in your cupboards, which would be really, really lovely. That would look really pretty as well. I don't think I'm even going to get 3 on here, guys. That doesn't matter. So with a little chalkboard pen, you could write, you know, Rosie's gin bar, and you could just have the flavours of gin that you've got. Like we've got rhubarb gin, we've got, I don't know, lime gin. We can have loads of different things on there. You can have this in the kitchen. Or do you know what, if you're getting married and you know you want to have a little bit of something exciting now because you've had to postpone it for a little while because of the coronavirus, you could have the new like save the date, have it on the side, get a little bit excited for it, a little memo for something big. But you could do these at Christmas times, or you know, when you have the naughty elf, because we have a naughty elf that comes to our house and you could write cheeky things on it. It's just a really cheap little accessory that you can have. Or you could write tonight's meal, what you're having. So my hubby, Gary, he comes home quite late and he's always the first thing as soon as he comes in is, what are we having for dinner? So he can just come in, drop his keys down, obviously wash his hands, take his boots off, because it is one of them times at the minute, although that should always be a rule to be fair. Then we'll just say next to the oven what we're having for dinner. And we can even do 2 days in advance. So I'm going to put that to the side, and I thought that was a really cute idea. Don't forget to keep your little pods if you're going to make one of the other crafts. But I thought, how cute is that? And definitely on a little wicker basket, how cute would that look, labelling your food in your kitchen cupboards and stuff? That would look so nice. Right, so the next craft is this one, this little hack. So for 75p again, they've got these chair covers. So they're these really beautiful shaped his and hers. So you get a pack of 2. One says his, one says hers. And they're made from like a really lovely MDF. and they've got a really nice pattern on. Now by all means, these are really lovely. You could keep these as is, keep them how they are. But I thought, when you look at the back, what a beautiful shape that is. That's such a nice, beautiful shape. So I've painted mine with a little bit of sage green paint, what I painted my dresser with. Oh, let's get it. Sorry guys, I've got so much to craft on the table. So I've painted this in a little bit of a sage green paint, and I thought, do you know what, this might look really nice in my downstairs loo if I screwed some holes into it and attached a few little doorknobs like going across. So you could add like 3 to this or maybe 2, and you could hang your like hand towels and stuff onto these. Obviously I've got to drill these on, and my drill is currently, well I don't have a drill, it's my granddad's drill, but he lends me all his tools because he literally he lives around the corner to me, and he is just literally tool city because he's been a tradesman for years. So I just borrow his tools, but the drill I need for this and the drill bit he's lent out to my auntie because everyone's doing DIY at the moment. So you could make a really nice little like fancy sign. But also, I'm noticing a lot of people pay a lot of money for outside their house to have their front door number on something really beautiful like this. So maybe get a stencil online. I know a lot of these shops sell like vinyl decals. You could have your name, like, you know, the Henshaw house, if you're Henshaws like us, and have this on there in nice black writing, and have it hung outside your house, which would look lovely. Maybe spray it with nice lacquer to keep it from getting damp. But the real reason I'm having it like this is I thought, you know what, I'm going to have this in the downstairs loo. I thought it'd be really, really cute. So I got this off of eBay. I've got a few of these letters off of eBay, and these are £2 each, but they do sell a lot of these in like the range and stuff for £1, which you could paint yourself. But I'm just going to glue that onto the front and just make an initial board where, you know, when you have like them funky signs that you have up the walls, or like, you know, what are they called? The gallery walls, and then you have like the odd funky picture. I just thought these would look really cute. Now if you don't want to add a letter, you could probably mark off a letter like a H or whatever your initial is, and what you could do is you could just glue on buttons in the shape of a H, or you could like, obviously whatever your initial is, or flowers. That would look really beautiful as well. Or you could even have these for kids, so you could have a few of these and put a little hook at the bottom, the initial of their name, and when they come home they hang up their coat and their school bag, and it's on their own little hook. And I just thought, you know what, they look really lovely and they're really, really cheap to make. So I've got that. Now I'm on to my second of last crafts. I've only got 2 more guys, so I'm going to share them with you quickly. So I picked up these lovely little trays. So they're little mirror trays, quite small. I picked up 2 of the flat ones, and I picked up one of these little pots. Now I see these really beautiful sort of stationery pots or makeup pots online, like on Instagram, and I thought, you know what, with these we can make one ourselves. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to align them quite nicely, putting them together, and I'm going to probably do that like that so you can open that lid. So, and I'm just going to glue these 2 sides together with some nice hot glue, making sure that they stand up the right height, maybe on the edge of that, yeah. Now this is where these little like discs are going to come in handy. Rather than having them both flat, I want this one a little bit more raised at the back, so it's got like layers as it comes up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue these discs, but by all means you could get a little bit of wood or, you know, or cardboard and stack it behind, because you're not going to see this anyway. Stack this up. I've measured this out. It works out perfect for all 4 of these to stand it up at the back. And you could even spray paint this in like a silver colour as well, so you won't see it, but you're not going to see this anyway. This goes at the back. This will be the section that would float next to the wall. And I'm just going to pop this with a little bit of glue onto the underside of our little other one. And then when we pop this down, all we need to do is affix that to there. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on, where does that go? On this side here. And then on the underside here. You'll be able to work it out once you're doing it yourself. I'm just going to pop them together. And hold them together until they're completely dry. This is just such a cool little idea. It's just so cute. And if you have wax burners, you could have your wax burner, maybe on the one that's on the ground, maybe not the one that you've propped up, the wax burner, and you can keep all your little tea light candles in this, and your little wax melts in there. It's a really beautiful sort of design to have stood out. Or you could have your makeup in this, you could have pens, you could have pencils, and it's just a really beautiful tiered little organiser, and I just think it will look really beautiful on the side. It's all stuck together now. You can use a little bit more of like a super glue or something to keep it if you're not too sure on the hot glue gun, but this is like a quick way of me showing you. I probably will undo them and do them with super glue, like Gorilla Glue, hold them together for a little while until they're completely dry, and then use them like that. Also, so this is our last, that is so beautiful though, isn't it? Like if you went to somewhere like HomeSense or TK Maxx and you picked up a lovely little stand like this is going to look so beautiful. You could have like nail varnishes one, makeup brushes in another. It's the sort of thing where you could pay quite a lot of money for it if you went into a shop and bought it. So £3 you've paid for that, which is really, really cheap. So in my Poundland as well, they are doing these really beautiful charcoal table runners. They are a bit thin. They're quite a nice material, but they're not that great. They're not like the most amazing things in the world. So I thought we're going to anthropology this up, and we're going to add some like either tassels or pom-poms. So I made some pom-poms in a video before. If I can find it, I'll link it. I think it's Children's Autumn Crafts. But I did also do a copy and designer trends video where we made tassels. So you can feel free to check those out if you want to see how I make those. But I have got some at the ready. So I've got 2 beige and 2 white, and I'm going to alternate these. And at the corners, I'm just going to, with the hot glue gun, stick some pom-poms on the corners. So on this one corner, I'm going to add a white pom-pom. On the other corner, I'm going to add a beige one, so I'm just going to alternate them round. You can do these all the same colour, but I just think this is going to look really cute, really trendy, really nice, you know, on the table. It's just going to look really lovely and quirky. You could even like hot glue this into a square and put a cushion cover inside it and make it into a funky cushion with pom-poms on it. What is on that side? Beige, so we're going to need another white one. Hot glue gun this corner. Oh, I'm gluing the pom-pom apparently. The pom-pom stuck to it already, so stick that on the corner. Hold these nice and tight, and look, we've got ourselves a lovely little pom-pommed table runner. It's a really simple trick and idea, and you can add loads to this, but once it's on the table, it'll look really cute. If you want to follow me on Instagram, that's Rosie Henshaw Home, that's all together. I will put that in the description box below. And I normally like showcase the bits that I've made on my YouTube, so I'll like, you know, put them out with pictures so you can see what they sort of look like in everyday life. Yeah, and I'm just really happy with the things that we've made. I just think all of these things are made so cheaply, but they look so beautiful with so much more money. So definitely give it a go. So that's it now. If you'd like to subscribe to my videos, that would be lovely, and it's completely free to do so. And also, if you'd like to keep in touch when all my videos come up, if you click the notification bell, that will let you know as well. I think that's it. Well, no, do you know why I'm getting confused? Because I wanted the drill because I was going to do something like a garden DIY hack as well from the pound shop. So that will have to wait. Perhaps I can do like a separate video for garden DIY hacks for the pound shop. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I've been Rosie Henshaw. See you later. Take care. Bye.